Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Troy's Thoughts, where the channel has now finally been rebranded back to being a non-gaming channel. If you aren't a follower of my main channel, I basically decided to not just make payday content over there, and to make all gaming things on that channel the way it used to be. So this channel's gone back to being what it originally was meant to be as well, which is all non-gaming stuff, and we're kicking it off with a Doctor Who video, because I have some thoughts, shocker, about the new announcement regarding Doctor Who's first season release date, because this is causing quite a stir, so I want to give my thoughts on it. So we're going to start by having a look at the announcement itself, which is on Doctor Who's original official website. Doctor Who Season 1 is premiering 11th of May 2024. That all sounds fine, right? Well, it gets a little bit more interesting beyond that. A simultaneous global premiere date is revealed as the Doctor launches into the Whoniverse on BBC and Disney+. Doctor Who is set to make an explosive return on the 11th of May as the TARDIS will make its global premiere around the Whoniverse. For those in the UK, for the first time ever, the Doctor will land with 2 episodes premiering on BBC iPlayer at once. That's pretty big, but it's at midnight, before arriving on BBC One later that day, right before the Eurovision Song Contest Grand Final. At the same time, those outside of the UK can watch the Doctor and Ruby on their epic adventures as the TARDIS is set to land on Disney Plus where available. Viewers in the UK will now be able to watch whenever and wherever they choose, with the option to stream at midnight on BBC iPlayer or tune in at the prime time on Saturday nights on BBC One. And then after that, there's a bit more of a description about Season 1. We've seen all this before, but Rusty Davies, the showrunner, said, "At last, it's my great delight to unleash a whole new season of the Doctor and Ruby's adventures together. Monsters, chases, villains, mysteries, and a terrifying secret that's been spanning time and space for decades. Don't miss a second." The BBC's exclusive home of Doctor Who in the UK as it premieres at midnight on May 11th on BBC iPlayer and then will air on BBC One that evening. And outside the UK, Doctor Who begins streaming the 10th of May at 7 PM ET on Disney Plus where available, giving audiences a simultaneous global launch. An episode will continue to drop on BBC iPlayer at midnight, followed by that primetime slot on BBC One each week following that. So that'll be for the 6 weeks following on, because Season 1 has 8 episodes, so there'll be 7 weeks of release. The only other thing to look at is Rusty Davies making a bit of an explanation. There's a video here, and I'm going to switch my camera over to this side so you can read it a bit better, perhaps even zoom in. Oh, look at this professional YouTuber at work. Double bill premiere on Eurovision night. Episodes 1 and 2 launching together. So this is how it works. Episodes will drop simultaneously worldwide. That's midnight of May 11th on iPlayer, which is May 10th to the left of GMT for Disney+, and then the episodes will air on good old terrestrial BBC One that night on May 11th. 2 lovely episodes, and then Eurovision. I mean, come on. After that, 1 episode a week, iPlayer and Disney+, midnight GMT, then BBC One that night. Doctor Who everywhere, all at once. By the time this comes round, it's going to be BST, right? So, I mean, I don't think that's a great deal of difference. I think a lot of time zones are shifting, but bear in mind it will be BST and not GMT, because I think in April the clocks go forward an hour, do they not? But as with a lot of things in this fandom, it's made some fans very angry, and that's not to belittle people who get angry over these things. Doctor Who has always got people with different opinions, and that's perfectly valid, but there are a lot of people who are not happy about this change, saying that the influence of Disney is ruining Doctor Who once again. Do I really think that? No, I honestly don't. So far, of everything that I've seen from Disney, I've only heard good things. There's extra funding, an easier way to watch the main series everywhere in the world that has Disney+, which is most countries. The only downside there is that the UK-based stuff like Tales of the TARDIS is not showing in other countries. That does suck. But also, the only creative notes I've heard from Disney Plus so far have been good ones. The biggest one for me was the scene between 15 and the policeman in the church on Ruby Road. That was requested by Disney to say, show us the Doctor a bit sooner, he's not showing up soon enough. And also the recap in the Star Beast. I think Disney asked for that as well, I'm fairly sure. Which some people don't like. I personally thought was quite cheesy, and I really liked it as a bit of a catch-up nostalgia refresh thing. I was fine with it. But the thing with this is, people are saying that the influence of Disney has now ruined how people in the UK will watch Doctor Who. And I don't personally believe that. The issue I would have is if Disney Plus was getting it before the UK. For the Church on Ruby Road, as well as the 3 specials for the 60th anniversary, it just dropped on Disney Plus whenever it dropped in the UK. Now, what I'm wondering is, because this is a more definitive series and not specials, perhaps they had to agree on a specific time for them to drop on Disney Plus, so as to not be reliable and have it dropping at different times on Disney Plus. Maybe Disney wanted some more consistency, and on BBC One, you can't ever guarantee the episodes are going to drop at the exact same time. Sometimes it's nudged by 10 minutes, 20 minutes, so they've probably just said, and this is what I'm thinking, they've gone, right, let's release at midnight in the UK, then you know it's the same time in America, whatever happens, everyone gets it at the same time. That's what I'm thinking has happened in the background. It's hardly like Mickey Mouse lurching over Russell T Davies' shoulder going, you will cause chaos for the British people. people. It's not that. The Disney's not a perfect company, but like we're reaching here if we think this is some big Disney effort to screw things up for the British viewers. It just isn't. It's just an unfortunate circumstance where I think they want some consistency. BBC One terrestrial TV just doesn't provide that for Disney Plus, so they're trying to get it to be more consistent. But then there's also the argument that Doctor Who's community of fans can't as easily watch the episode at the same time, because some people will watch it at midnight, some will get up at 9 AM and watch it, some will watch it at 5 PM. But I personally feel like, you know, if you really want to watch it when it comes out on primetime TV, which I may still do, just stay off Twitter. It's not that hard, is it? Surely. I mean, I hate to be that guy who's a content creator and relies on social media, but it isn't hard to dodge spoilers for like half a day if you really needed to. I know it's not something we've had to do before, but come on, we can all pitch in and not be a little bit terminally online and just have a bit of a break. Go out and get some fresh air and touch some grass, or hell, do something else that doesn't involve Twitter or news articles. We can manage. I just wanted to make this video as a little brief thing because I was personally quite interested by what's been going on with everyone debating this in the last few hours. And don't get me wrong, I get that it is a hassle, and I get that it sucks that this has had to be done for Series 1 because you would hope it would run the same as the 60th and the Christmas special. But as I personally have said, I think it's down to scheduling. I think it's down to Disney wanting a bit more reliability as to when episodes drop. I know for a fact that when watching shows on Disney Plus, I get used to what time they come out and then know to expect them then. So if I was in America wondering when Doctor Who was going to drop and it was changing by 10 minutes or half an hour or an hour each week, I would be getting quite annoyed. I wouldn't know what's going on with consistency. So it's about being open to everybody else. There are plenty of Doctor Who fans in other countries, and it's about trying to schedule it so it works for everyone reliably for a full season's length. And personally, for a little bit of extra hassle in the UK, I'm absolutely fine with that. That's just me though. If you've got a problem with it, let me know. Just don't be nasty. Remember, this channel is called Troy's Thoughts. It's going to be full of opinion pieces, but I will very much be interested to hear your opinions in the comments down below. But that's all I've got to say. Not much more than that. So thank you all very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, click that subscribe button. I'll be back with more content on Doctor Who or anything else soon. I have said for a million years I'm going to do a Star Wars video, and I think it's finally time that I actually do that. So hold me to it. I'm going to try and make the next video on here a Star Wars one. But either way, thank you all for hanging out. Much appreciated, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. See you soon.